E-Learning Today TV. Today is, did I just mess that up? I think I said too many todays. Anyways, it's Friday, November 12th, 2010, and we are coming to you from the Learning Today office in sunny South Florida. I'm Lauren Grossberg.
And I'm Lena Gonzalez.
And we're here to bring you the latest in e-learning and education straight from our blog. If you are not following us already, I am at LG Educator.
And I'm Learning Chick.
And please also be sure to check out our website for more teacher and educator resources. And before we get started, our producer behind the camera who refuses to show his face just got back from the Dust or Magic conference. And we just wanted to let everyone know that we'll be reviewing some of the things that he saw there. I know I already wrote a blog about one of the apps. I think it's called I Make Faces. And there's a lot of other great stuff that he learned about, especially something called Kinect 360, which is going to be for the Xbox.
Right.
And it's kind of like the Wii, but without the controller, and it uses sensory kind of stuff.
And it also comes for the PlayStation, I believe.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll be reviewing lots of stuff this upcoming week.
Great.
So.
Cool. Well, let's get started. Feature of the week. Twitter conducted a study. Well, actually not Twitter, but there was a study conducted with Twitter and how to engage students to participate in classroom and see what, if implemented social media, especially Twitter, would do to a classroom. So they separated a group of students. 77 were in a group of Twitter, let's say, users, and 55 in a classroom where they were just keep to their normal methods of engaging students and so forth. And what they did is, like, they as they assigned things in the classroom and so forth, they encouraged the students to use Twitter. So they would use it for class discussions after class, the reading assignments, homework assignments. They would send students reminders about activities on campus, maybe talks that they were going to be having, speakers, that kind of thing, exams, deadlines for homework, etc. And also for any academic support. So if there was a student that maybe was too shy to ask something in the class, then they could, like, send a tweet to their teacher, and they would go back and forth, and maybe other students would also reply to the discussion and so forth. And what the study found was that the students that were engaged in that group of tweeting and using Twitter in their classroom actually increased their GPA and were more engaged in participating in classrooms. Another thing that basically the student feedback was really positive. A lot of students said that they really liked it because number one, some of them were very shy to ask questions or even approach other students to ask them questions, and they were able to do that through just 140 characters, pretty much. And a lot of them were hesitant to, for example, mix their Facebook with their class. So Twitter was another way that instead of having to go into Facebook, they could still participate and so forth. And some of them said that one of the reasons why they like to keep Facebook separate is because when they go into Facebook, they try to do other things, and they really don't. I know that would be my problem. I'm glad that Twitter wasn't around when I was in college, but because I wouldn't get anything done. But a lot of them said that it really helped them and improved their experience in classroom, and the results were really great. So we'll have a video attached with basically the story of what happened there and so forth. But I think it's really great because it shows one more way that teachers can implement social media in the classroom and the results of it too.
Okay. Our video this week is about this school. It's called the Saturn School, and it was kind of one of the first innovative schools to use technology. It was actually founded in 1989. It's not running right now, but I did watch an interview with Shelley Terrell and Dr. Tom King. That's the founder of the school, and it's a really great video. It shows pretty much, it's kind of a story of how they got the school started. It was a magnet school for, like, grades 4 through 8, and they were kind of the first kind of school to use technology into actually learning, and it was at a time when not many people were using it in the classroom.
Right.
So they would visit local businesses, and they would kind of look at museums and kind of look at jobs that these students could actually get into once they were done with school. They had kind of a different way of teaching. They kind of threw away all the rules of like traditional school. Each student had like their own personal learning plan, and they would get together with teachers and parents and other staff to make their own kind of goals for the year. They had longer school years and school days and stuff like that. They also had a lot of parent involvement in the school. And in an interview, actually, the founder was saying how the teachers actually got paid more than the principal at the school because they were that much more involved and they knew what was going on.
That's really great.
But this Dr. King, so he was doing the interview, and at the end he offers his help to any school or person that's trying to get a different kind of school started. He wants to offer help. He actually commented on the blog that I wrote saying that anyone can email him if they have any questions. So it's a great example of new approaches to teaching, pretty much. So it's a great video to check out.
Great. Cool. All right, new in the news. This Christmas, kids don't want toys. So that's I really like this article. Both boys and girls want electronics or any gadgets for this season. They don't want more toys and things to pretty much clutter their rooms. And some of the top 10 items that were listed for this Christmas were iPads, iPod Touch, and iPhones. Those were the top 3. Then some other ones included the Kinetic for Xbox that we talked about for PlayStation, and also flip cams and pretty much any sort of electronic gadget. What I like about this is that it's kind of great that an equal number of like boys and girls wanted this. It's not just like now it's just boys want gadgets and girls want some other thing. But also that if a parent purchases, let's say an electronic like this, let's say an iPad, not only can the child use it, and it's really not a toy, it's something that will help them with other things. And I know we talk a lot in our blog about iPads and iPods and all the different things that you can do with them. So I think it's really great because you're buying a new device for your household, and it's really not just for your child. So the initial investment may be a little, maybe over a Christmas budget, but in the long run, it may actually be better than buying a bunch of toys that maybe your kids are not going to enjoy more than 15 minutes on Christmas Day and then put it away. So great. I think it's great if parents can afford something like that for their kids this Christmas. So think about it.
You're helping all the kids out there. Okay, and our e-freebies, I found 4 sites that you can use to create your own kind of comic book. There's 4 great sites. The first one's called Make Beliefs Comics, and this one is available. There's 25 different characters you can choose from, and it's 7 different languages also, so that's a great tool. There's tons of colors and expressions and characters and objects that you can choose, and actually it was kind of made with the intent of teaching, teaching English to people who come from other countries, and also to encourage their creativity. So that's a great tool to use. Create Your Own Comic is from Marvel, which is like the most famous comic book creators, and this is a great site for kids. There's tons of different styles that you can choose, and you can use some of their characters like the Hulk and Wolverine and all those famous characters. You can make either a 22-page book, so you can make a really big project there, or you can do like a 1 to 3, like just a strip. So it's lots of variety there, and there's tons of nice graphics and pictures and all of that. Toon-Do is the next one, and it says on the site that they're the fastest way to create cartoons, and I was reading up about it, and it was pretty much saying, not everyone's very artistic like myself, so if you need help and you can't draw your own comics, there's tons of objects and characters to choose from there. So there's also like a Hall of Fame on there, so you can enter your comics and everyone can see it on the site. So that's a great site. And the last one is Picky Strips, and this one is cool because you can actually use your own images, so you can upload your pictures and you can even put ones from different events together and kind of create your own story that way. And there's text bubbles, so you can just kind of create a whole new story there. So those are the comic sites that I found. They're all really great, and I have links to all of them in the blog.
Cool.
So what do you know?
What do I know? Orangutans can recognize themselves in the mirror, and apparently they can do some other like human activities.
Like?
They can. I guess they say that humans and orangutans have the same thinking style.
Right.
Like they can tie knots, they can create their own tools, they can learn how to build shelters and learn sign language and actually communicate using sign language. So I thought that was really interesting.
Orangutans are cute. I want one.
So what do you know?
I know that frogs swallow food using their
no.
eyes. Well, not technically,
I hate
but they
frogs.
have really.
Yes.
But they have they can pull their eyes like inward, and then it pushes the food like down. and out.
Oh,
So
ew.
I've never witnessed it. I don't think I want to, but it sounds interesting.
Okay, I'll take an orangutan before I take a pet frog.
All right. Well, that was our show this week. So if you enjoyed it, please give us 5 stars on iTunes, and see you next time.
Thank you.